What's up, everybody? It's your boy Blind Seer, all-purpose oracle, prognosticator extraordinaire, and medium at large. Here today with a little fan service. There was a tie this time. Water signs did a little better at first, but then at the last minute, fire signs caught up with them. So I'm gonna throw you guys a little extra love. Whichever reading gets the most views, I'll do a follow-up for. So get our cards and get shuffled. I'm not having a great day today, and this light is killing me, so I'm rocking the pointy hat. Blind Seer is not a catchy name. I mean, it is, but it's not just that. I really do have vision problems, and one of them is a pretty severe sensitivity to bright light, so one of the many reasons why it was just not easy for me to get in front of the camera today. Things aren't really great at the moment in the Blind Seer Temple. But I got a donation yesterday, my first one, from somebody watching the channel. I really appreciate that. You guys don't know how much that helps. It may not seem like much to you to give $5, $10, $20, but it makes a huge difference on my end, because I am so far below the poverty level you don't even know. But we're going to go ahead and shuffle so I can get your energy in on this while you're watching. And we're going to do fire signs, like I said, a little fan service for you guys to return the love as much as I can. And I think this will probably be the last one for today. I might do another in a couple of days. Depends on how things go. It seems like the better my career does, the more everything else falls apart, so I just never can tell. I want to give you guys a couple of days to digest these and get through them before I throw some more information at you anyway. So we'll try to space these out and just keep up the momentum. I'll keep posting as long as you guys keep watching. It's what I'm all about. It's the whole purpose of this is to help people. So as long as it keeps helping, as long as it keeps helping you and you guys keep helping me, I'll keep doing this. Otherwise, I'll have to find another job, and I really don't want to. So buy some readings, make some donations, throw a little cash my way so that I can keep doing this, because this is like the coolest job ever, and I love being able to help people. I hear all the time about the difference that my readings made in someone's life, and that means the world to me. But at the end of the day, I got bills to pay, I got child support, I gotta eat. This is a job. So as much as I love helping you guys, I got my responsibilities just like anybody else. So what we want here is whichever reading will be the best for the fire signs in my audience and the fire signs in the lives of anyone watching. Over to the right this time. Alright. So we're going to dive right in. We'll do Aries. We have Queen of Wands, inverted. I'll get a little more context before I start rambling and trying to make sense out of this. Ace of Swords, also inverted. And Temperance, inverted again. Looks like Aries is having the same kind of week I am. So, you've had something in the works, some kind of, let's see, what is this, Queen of Wands? You've had some kind of project going, something that you've really put your soul into, some kind of creative endeavor, maybe, and you've hit a roadblock. Like you didn't get where you thought you were going to with it, and now it's got you questioning pretty much everything in general, and maybe having a bit of a crisis, a dark night of the soul or whatever. You put a lot into this, and it's not getting where you want it to go, and now you're questioning your judgment, you're rethinking your thoughts about things, you're kind of just doubting yourself in general, and that's going to go badly. I mean, that goes without saying. Self has got to trust self. So This doubting yourself, though, it's going to result in a lack of judgment. It's going to throw off everything that you're doing. So you've got to get a handle on that. You know, things may not have progressed as well as the way that you'd wanted. You may not be where you thought you should be by now, but don't doubt yourself, because that's just going to make it worse. You know, whatever momentum you do have in this, if you start questioning things now, it's going to be lost. You know, all that energy is going to be for nothing. So, you know, take a breath. Sometimes that's needed. It's okay to rest. It's not okay to stop. So, you know, if things aren't going that great, keep going. You know, if you don't like where you're at, keep moving. There's been a lot of times where I've had doubts while I'm doing this, because, you know, like last week my videos got 100 views, and this week I've got maybe 20 or 30, and I'm not letting that stop me. And that's exactly the kind of attitude that you need to have, Aries. Don't give up just because you've hit a plateau or things are slowing down a little bit. It'll pick back up. That's just the natural rhythm of things. Don't doubt yourself, because that's going to start leaking into other areas of your life, and it is going to cause problems. I mean, if you can't trust yourself, then no one else can trust you, and then it just has this ripple effect that goes outward until everything is bad, and I want to save you from that if I can. So, you know, I think that's about the best I can do with Aries. I wish you the best of luck. Don't give up. I know things are hard. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like you're getting anywhere, and believe me, I almost didn't even make it in front of the camera today, because I'm having one of those days too, and here I am trying to help you guys because I can't help myself. So, you know, that's the mission. Just don't quit. Keep going. Whatever it is that you were doing, it obviously mattered enough that you really put your heart and soul into it. So just because it's not getting the effect that you hoped yet doesn't mean it won't, and there's no reason to stop now. I'm going to move on to Leo. I'm going to have a cigarette. I always say that, and then I don't light it until I'm halfway through the next reading and all that. So just whatever. We'll go ahead and jump into Leo. 3 of Swords inverted. Let's get a little more context. Strength, also inverted. Let you get a look at that. Strength inverted, and the Chariot. Alright, this is pretty straightforward. So whatever situation you're in, Leo, it's not causing any mental growth. You're not learning from it anymore. I know I did a reading for Leo a little while back that, like, you weren't in control of the situation, but you were learning something, and you were getting some emotional growth and, you know, perspective that you didn't have before. And I told you to run with it and just let it be. It's not that anymore. This, whatever it is, you're not learning from it anymore. It's not doing you any good, and it's robbing you of your power now. Like that feeling of powerlessness that you had before, it's becoming legitimate. And maybe I gave you the wrong advice. I'm sorry for that if I did. I'm just reading what the cards say. I'm not a psychic. I'm a tarot reader. I interpret what the oracle tool, runes, cards, astrology, I Ching, whatever it is. I'm just telling you what it's telling me. So I don't know what was going on with you, but whatever good you were getting out of it, you're not now, and that feeling of powerlessness is becoming sort of cemented in your reality. So it's time to move on. This is one of my favorite cards from this deck, the Chariot. I really love the artwork and just the dark, ghostly, just everything about it. This deck is so me. It's why it's the only one I use. But it's time to move on. You've learned all you can from the situation. I know I said last time that it was okay to not be in charge and to not be in control, but you've gotten everything you can get out of being in that position, and it's no longer conducive for you. You're not going to grow any more from it. There's no more left for you to learn. So it's time to move on, Leo. It's time to do something else. This was just a stop on your journey. It's not the destination. In fact, there probably is no destination. The journey is its own reward. the journey is the point. So it's time for whatever comes next in your journey, Leo. It's time to move on, find that next stage, get your power back, get away from whatever it is that's making you feel like you don't have control. You've learned everything you can from the situation, and it's okay to move on now. Things have come to their close. You've gotten all you're going to get out of it. So I hope that was helpful, Leo. I'm going to move on. We're going to do Sagittarius now. We have the Six of Swords inverted. So you kind of had something in your mind, you imagined a certain way things were going to be. You had sort of a scenario that you thought you were headed for that turned out maybe not. Things didn't go that way. Disappointment is probably the word for it. You thought things were going to be a certain way and they did not match your expectations. So now we have the Page of Wands inverted again. So you should take this as a lesson that things didn't quite meet your expectations. It didn't go the way you imagined it would, and you're not ready to move on, and I get that. But maybe we'll see what the next card says before. I don't want to give you guys bad advice. And the Tower. This has come up so much today. It's crazy. So yeah, if you stick with this idea, you're in for problems. Whatever the situation is, it's not what you thought it was going to be, and it's not going to get better. Your hesitation to start something new is going to lead you into trouble. The Tower represents obstacles. It represents bad stuff. It's things that you don't want to. You don't want the Tower. Okay, so it's not too late to change that. This is in the future position. So you're at a point right now where you can just accept that you were wrong and things aren't what you thought they were, and you can let it be that and walk away, and you'll avoid this walking into this tower and having it fall on top of you and all of the problems that are going to come from that. Or you can stick with it and you can prove me right. I don't know. This is a pretty straightforward message that you were disappointed with the way things went. You're not really ready to give up, but if you don't, it's gonna be trouble. So take that for what it is. I don't know what you got going on. Like I said, I'm not a psychic. I just read tarot cards. So it's not going to get better, though, from what the cards are saying. You're headed for trouble if you don't change paths right now. So, take that for what it's worth. I hope that's helpful. I think that's the best I've got from my fire signs today. Sorry if these videos aren't great. I'm not having the best day, or it hasn't been the best day after not being the best weekend, after not being the best month, and it's been pretty rough. So I really do hope these are helpful. That's the whole reason that I do this, guys. I like that I make money from it. Sometimes I would really like it if it was a little more, but in the end, I just hope that it helps. So I wish you guys the best. You can hit me up on Facebook or Twitter at Real Blind Seer if you want some more information or you'd like a personal reading. You can hit me up on Blind Seer Official on Instagram. Check out my photography work, some of the pictures of the readings that I post on my page. My website, I'll put the link down in the description like I always do. Check me out on all platforms. There's something a little different on each one. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. It took a lot for me to get in front of the camera today and try to power through. So, if it wasn't quite up to snuff, I'm sorry. I really do apologize for that. I'll shoot some more in a day or two and we'll try to do a little better. I just didn't want to lose, the momentum. I've only been doing this for like 5 days now, and if I let it go too long, then I'm not going to get back to it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really hope that I was able to help somebody today, and I hope you'll tune in next time. Thank you.